everyone, and welcome back to another chapter of From Ashes to a New Beginning, written by me, Stacey Holt. As for my voice actors, Diz will be voicing Adrien and Cat Noir, TitaniumKitten will be voicing Luka and Plagg, Obrezikyo will be voicing Gabriel and Hawkmoth, Catherine will be voicing Natalie and Mayura, Sweet Cryzen will be voicing Chloe, Etsuko will be voicing Tikki, and I'll be voicing Marinette, Ladybug, and the narrator. Please show your support by checking out their links below. I'm sure they'll really appreciate it. Also, if you're enjoying the series so far and want to show your support to me and my channel, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and comment. But back to chapter 53. Marinette didn't hear Luka's voice for a few seconds, making her think she lost service considering she was in the basement. After a few seconds, however, Luka's voice entered the basement.
Marinette, are you okay? You sound upset.
Luka said worriedly.
Luka, call Adrien. Tell him to give you the Ladybug Miraculous. Tell him to not come to the basement for any reason. Promise me that.
Marinette panicked.
Marinette, what's going on?
Luka asked.
Please, it's an emergency. Please do this for me, Luka.
Marinette begged. She could tell Luka was thinking, and then heard him sigh. She knew he wanted to help her, but she couldn't explain anything else. It would make things worse. She also couldn't tell Adrien his father is Hawkmoth because it would make his mental stability plummet.
Okay, Marinette, I know this must be important. I'll call Adrien and tell him.
Luka said. Thank you, Luka, Marinette said.
Just be safe,
Luka said before hanging up. Marinette let out a sigh of relief before eventually crying. Adrien pulled into the hotel parking lot and parked. He stepped out and shut the door, instantly hearing the clicking of high-heeled shoes walking towards him.
Hi there, Adrien! You're just on time.
Chloe smiled, walking over and hugging him.
Oh, hey Chloe. It's good to see you.
Adrien smiled, giving her a hug.
Ready to go?
She said, walking over to the passenger car door.
You never said where we were going.
He laughed.
Oh, we could grab some lunch and talk about what we're going to do on our double date tomorrow.
Chloe smiled, opening the door. Adrien agreed and got into the car, and they left the hotel. They found a restaurant that Chloe suggested. It was more on the expensive side, but knowing Chloe, it would have to be. She hopped out of the car and walked around to his side, a little happier than usual.
You're in a good mood today. What's the occasion?
Adrien said, a little awkward as he stepped out of his car to find her waiting on him.
It's just been forever since we did this. I've missed you. We should do this more often.
Chloe smiled.
Yeah, maybe.
Adrien smiled politely. They walked into the restaurant and sat down. They started looking over the items when Adrien felt his phone vibrate. He pulled it out and saw it was Luka calling. He sighed and declined the call, putting it back in his pocket.
Something the matter, Adrikins?
Chloe asked, sitting her menu down.
Just Luka calling.
Adrien said.
Luka, Marinette's ex-boyfriend?
Yeah, but we're all friends. He came over the other day with Kagami.
Adrien explained.
You're telling me Marinette's ex and your ex came over?
Chloe said, crossing her arms.
Well...
Are you two breaking up? Are you getting back with Kagami?
Chloe asked, taking her drink from the waiter.
No, of course not. I love Marinette.
Adrien said, a little louder than he would have liked.
Sorry.
He apologized.
It's all right, Adrien. I was just wondering. Didn't mean to push your buttons.
She said, sipping her drink.
Yeah.
He said, taking hold of his drink that the waiter set down in front of him.
Anyways, we came here on business matters. What are we going to do tomorrow? Marinette's been down lately, right? This should surprise her and perk her up a little bit.
Chloe smiled.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm worried about her.
Adrien sighed. Adrien felt his phone vibrate and saw Luka calling him again.
Do you care if I take this really quick? I'll tell Luka I'm out having lunch with you.
Adrien smiled.
Yeah, sure. Don't be long.
Chloe said, pulling out her own phone. Adrien stood up from the table and pulled the phone to his ear. He answered it once he stepped outside of the restaurant.
What's up, Luka? Right now isn't a good time.
Adrien asked.
I called Marinette. Something's wrong. She told me to wear the Ladybug Miraculous. She said to call you and it was extremely important. Whatever's going on, she must be in danger.
Luka said worriedly.
Marinette's in danger?
Adrien's eyes widened as his face turned toward his house. Adrien's face went pale. He needed to leave Chloe and get to Marinette.
I'll come to your house. She wasn't planning on leaving the house today. If she is in trouble, that means the trouble is at home.
Adrien said over the phone.
Okay, I'll wait for you here. Be careful.
Luka said, hanging up. Adrien rushed back into the restaurant to find Chloe playing on her phone. He took a deep breath in and tried to collect his thoughts. He calmly walked over and sat down.
So, what did Luka want?
Chloe asked, putting her phone back into her purse.
I thought it was Luka again. It was work. They need me to come in right now and do some work. Can we reschedule, Chloe?
Adrien asked. Chloe frowned and sighed.
Of course, Adrikins. We still have our double date tomorrow. Want to text about it? Just don't let Marinette see, or it won't be a surprise, okay?
Chloe smiled, seeing Adrien giving her a comforting smile as he stood up from the table. Adrien left and Chloe sighed. Chloe texted Kim asking him to come fill in Adrien's seat so she wouldn't be eating alone, since she had already ordered for her and Adrien. Adrien rushed out of the restaurant and headed for a side alley, unaware that someone was following close behind him. Adrien transformed and extended his staff, letting him get higher up in the air so he could make his way toward the Agreste mansion. It would let him get there faster toward the miracle box for the earrings, as well as to see if Marinette was still there.
Adrien is Cat Noir. Now he's on the way to you.
Lila said, seeing Cat Noir jumping from building to building toward the Agreste household.
Thank you, Lila. You've been such a great help.
Hawkmoth said, hanging up.
What did she say, sir?
Mayura asked.
My son is Cat Noir.
Hawkmoth said, turning to Mayura.
We had to be sure. I understand why you took precautions. At least we know for sure.
Mayura smiled.
We do know for sure. We can also use him. We can try to get him to see our side of things.
Hawkmoth said, looking at the painting of Emily in his office.
You will be loyal to the girl, to Ladybug, to the Miraculous. Your son is the guardian now.
Mayura explained.
I know that, Mayura. He is also my son.
Hawkmoth said.
I fear that your age has affected your sense of reason. This makes your son more dangerous.
Mayura explained.
Quiet! I've heard enough of this. Go watch the girl.
Hawkmoth glared.
Yes, sir.
Cat Noir raced his way as fast as he could to his bedroom and jumped through the window. Out of breath, he scanned the room for hints of movement but saw nothing. He went to the miracle box and took it with him as he dashed toward Luka's, even though his heart ached. It hurt to know Marinette was in danger, and he couldn't do anything to help her. He had to trust her. She instructed that Luka have the Ladybug Miraculous. She had to have a plan, right? He had to believe in his lady. She always pulled through, always. He knocked on Luka's door, and Luka answered it, pulling Cat Noir inside in a panic. Luka pushed him into his room and shut his door, then proceeded to lock it.
Were you followed?
Luka asked.
I don't think so.
What's in the box?
Luka asked, seeing what Cat Noir was holding.
This is the miracle box. It holds all of the miraculous. If Marinette is in danger, like I said, the danger had to be at my house. Marinette, my father, my bodyguard, Natalie, all of them could be in danger. We need to save them.
Cat Noir said.
We will.
Luka smiled. Cat Noir smiled and nodded, pulling out the Ladybug earrings. He handed them to Luka and saw Tikki appear.
Luka? You're picking Luka to be the new Ladybug?
Tikki asked, turning to Cat Noir.
Hey, don't look at me. It was Marinette's idea.
Cat Noir said, crossing his arms.
What's wrong with me being the new Ladybug?
Luka asked.
Nothing. Marinette picked you for a reason. Here, put the earrings in. We need to go.
Cat Noir said, putting the earrings into Luka's hands.
What's going on?
Tikki asked, concerned.
We will fill you in later, Tikki. We need to go.
Luka said. Luka looked at Tikki and then to Cat Noir. Luka put the earrings in and transformed. Cat Noir nodded to Luka, and Luka nodded back, signaling that he was ready.
I'm going to hide this here. Hope you don't mind.
He smiled, finding a hiding place.
Sure, I get it. See you there?
Luka asked.
Yeah. Don't rush in. We need you to fix things.
Cat advised. Luka nodded and jumped out of his bedroom window, zipping off toward the Agreste mansion.
God. I'm sounding like Milady now. Giving advice and telling people what to do.
He smiled to himself while stashing the miracle box in a secret location. Cat Noir jumped through the window and followed Luka. They met in Adrien's room and looked around. Nothing was moved around like there was a struggle or a fight. Odd.
She wouldn't have called me and asked us to do this unless this was an emergency.
Luka reassured him. The same warning kept repeating in Luka's mind. Don't let him in the basement. What was in the basement? Was that where she was? Should he check it out? Maybe they could split up and he would check out the basement, and Cat Noir could check out somewhere else.
She's not in here.
Cat Noir sighed.
Let's check the rest of the house. This isn't sitting right with me.
Luka said, pulling out his yo-yo.
Right.
They walked around the Agreste mansion, but it was empty. The only place they hadn't looked was Gabriel's office. Cat Noir took hold of the door handle and opened it. They walked inside and found Hawkmoth and Mayura standing, waiting for them.
Ah, so you did find a new Ladybug. How interesting.
Hawkmoth smiled.